Hey scrappers and recyclers, it's Shark Scrapper. We did an interesting pickup from the business that's going out of business. You've seen me already do a couple of pickups from them. This one was the third round. And we found some interesting stuff that may have reuse resale value as opposed to just scrapping it. So come on, let's do something a little different today and mess around with some will it work stuff. Come on, let's dive in. Our first item of interest is this old slide projector. Man, how many of you had these things either at school or at home or at work? It comes with, we've got two carousels here, and this one still has its locking ring. Keep your slides from falling out. We can see it needs a little bit of cleaning, but it's otherwise not in that bad a condition. Let's see if she powers up. Okay, the fan kind of clicks a little bit. How about the light? Yeah, we got light. All right. So we have light. Let's see. The manual button on the side moves forward. It does not. Oh, yeah, oh, wait a minute. It goes forward, but not reverse. All right, and let's see. Well, we can't really tell if the focus is working. That's the fine focus. The lens, I can tell by the light over on the wall that the gross focus adjustment is doing fine. So there's no reason to doubt that the fine focus is also okay. All right, and we've got, we can hold that shutter down there to block the light. That part's fine. Let's see how about the remote control. Yeah, the remote control forward, that works. It doesn't want to go backwards for some reason. Huh, interesting. Probably not a big deal. And that's for focusing. Again, we can't tell because I don't have any slides in there. Yeah, so you know, I might take a minute to clean this up a little bit and see if there's, you know, we'll check Marketplace and see if there's any anybody out there that might be interested in an old slide projector. Kind of cool. Kodak EK Ectographic. Yeah, that's what it is. The way they have it on here is a little bit weird, but ectographic. All right. Let's see what else we can find. All right, now, let's see. I think that's in there. And the laptop, HDMI, where's my HDMI? There we are, HDMI. Okay. Plug you in. Hey, look at that. It powers up. All right, now then, let's see here, laptop. All right. That is very cool. So this Asus is working just fine. And it's a little bit dusty, but I can clean it up, and then I can use this to replace the monitor back at the house that's starting to have some issues. We'll need to, when I get it hooked up to the PC back at the house, I can adjust the screen size, but you can see it's working just fine here. Just fine. All right, well, very cool. That's one item available for use. We'll see if there's any others there that are running off of HDMIs. These are some of these monitors that I picked up are kind of old. There's a couple there that are still just VGAs. And a lot of data ports, and unfortunately my laptop doesn't have a data port. It's only got HDMI, and I don't have the appropriate adapter, of course. But this is pretty cool. We've got a functional monitor that I can take back home and replace the one that's dying. Hey, scrappers and recyclers, really exciting news going on here. I just received an email from Dr. Neil Hammerschlag. You may remember him. He was the researcher at the University of Miami that I was working with back when we were tagging sharks and having some fun naming them. Well, guess what? His new research foundation, the Shark Research Foundation, is fully operational. I'll put a link in here. In fact, I'm even going to cut over to it, navigate his channel a little bit, show you some stuff from his website. But here's the really cool thing. We can now get back to sponsoring a tagged shark. That's right. We can tag, well, I'm not going to tag great white sharks. They are, but we can name them. We can track them. We'll be able to have a lot of fun and get back to that, what we were doing before. All right, I seriously, even if this is working, I don't know that there would be resale value in here. And here's part of the problem. There's a key that needs to go in there. Well, let's see what happens when we plug it in anyway. I can look through all the boxes and see if there's a loose key floating around. Well, look at that. Ha! No warning. PLU, no data error. All right. Shut up. PLU, no data error. Error. Clear. See. Yeah. All right, well, it powers up. And so that screen is supposed to be so that the person on the other side can see what they bought. And this is just a lot of languages of different codes. So, hush up already. Yeah, if I can't find the key, then there's probably, it doesn't do much good. I'm pretty sure it's empty anyway. Let's see, because I didn't see, I don't hear anything rattling around, so they didn't leave any money in it. But if I find the key, we'll play with this some more. I'm going to hold off scrapping it until I get through everything, and we'll see if we come up with the key. Now there's some of these in there. In internal floppy drive, plug and play, support when I guess that's Windows 2000. Sorry, the light was funny on it. MEX XP and Distron. So I'll go look and see if there's any market for brand new floppy drives. You know, I don't usually mess around with the floppy drives when I pull them out of computers, PCs, because, you know, they've been used, they're dusty, dirty, that kind of stuff. And I just don't know if there's much market for floppies, but I'll look and see if a new floppy, you know, still in the bag and with all the connectors and brackets and stuff, see if there's any market for those out there. If you're interested in them, give me a call. I think there were 3 in here. So yeah, if you're interested, you know, drop me a line at sharkscrapper@gmail.com. Usually when I get a typewriter, it's from the typewriter repair shop and they've given up on it. It's dead, not functioning, and so, you know, there's no reason to even mess around with trying to test them. But this one came from this business that's going out of business, so who knows? Let's see, let's plug it in. Whoa, it's already turned on apparently. So, I brought some paper over here. We can give it a try. There should have been some guide things here to tell you where to put the paper in. Dusty, that's for real, that's for sure. All right, so let's see. Are you working? I don't see any letters. So I don't see that it's typing anything. So you can set all the stuff here, but I don't see any letters. That could be, what could that be? I'm looking for the little indents. I don't feel the little indents. Normally they have little indents so you know where to put your fingers. Why are you not working? That's probably it. That's probably it. There's no ribbon. I thought maybe it was a thermal or something, but yeah, there's no ribbon there, so it's not working. Interesting. I'll see if in the boxes of stuff that they sent, if there's any ribbons to go in here. And I can look, I just did a pickup from the typewriter guys, so I got a couple of old typewriters there, so maybe there's some ribbons there. Let me go look real quick. Hang on. Well, I don't have the proper ink cartridge for this. I don't know. We'll take a look on Marketplace and see if there's any electric typewriters out there and what they're going for. And you know, the worst that happens is I throw it up there and it sits there for a month or so until I don't get any response, and then it goes away. And then it goes away. It goes the way of typewriters long past. This Lenovo has a very specific power plug, and I think that's you. It looks like you. All right. And we've got the LAN connection. We've got some USBs all along here. Let's see what happens when we plug you in. All right. And then we get you plugged in over here. And we plug you in over here. And we open up the laptop. Look at that. Oh, man. Sweet. Man, that's a nice big screen, too. Wow. We've got a little bit of discoloration here. Let's see, wait a minute, is that on this screen too? Oh, that was from the picture that was in there, so yeah, cool beans. Cool beans, man. We found the right power adapter for it, so that's a good thing. It's even the HP power adapter, and it was in with all the other cords and stuff that came from this pickup, so I'm thinking that this was the power adapter for this one. All right, now, how do you turn on? Let's see, there was a button right there, and it made a nasty noise. Those beeps that you're hearing are telling me that there's something that was corrupted or maybe even missing, and that doesn't surprise me because they were being very careful at this place to slick hard drives and things like that for data protection. So I'm guessing they went in and did something to the hard drive on this all-in-one in order to protect their data. I'm not going to mess around with trying to fix this. It's going to go into the recycle bin. And speaking of protecting their data, they had 2 hard drives that they discovered while I was doing this pickup, and they asked me to go ahead and drill them because their IT guy was no longer available to slick their hard drives. So we're going to take care of that right now. And that's easy enough to do. The disc is right there. Be a lot easier if I had a drill press. And we've gone through the disc and we're starting to cut into the other side. Really only have to do 1 hole, but I'm going to do 2. There we go. Now, unfortunately, that also means that this drive will be sold as as punched, bent, or broken. It's a much lower price, but hey, that's I'll take off the board since it's going to be a very low value sell anyway. But I promised them that I would do this, so helps if you go in the right direction. This tray full of oddball things was with the stuff I picked up. So this is a socket that's been welded onto a handle here. All right, that's kind of interesting. And here's some more. This was over in their machine shop area, so there's some interesting oddball tools here. They're oh, that's a magnet. Okay, so we've got a magnet here, so it's got all kinds of bits and drill bits and stuff that were attracted to it. There's a nice Allen little flathead screwdriver that I'm going to get rid of because it's bent, and that's just going right into shred. Don't need that. So we have all kinds of Allen keys here. You know, I end up with a lot of Allen keys. Back when I was street scrapping, boy, howdy, I used to get a lot of those. And then there's some screws. There's more Allens, so let's get those separated out. Here's a nice bit. Here's a nice little drill bit. Just looking to see if there's anything interesting. Another socket. What are you? You are a 7/16. Just to drive my European friends nuts. Oh, there's another magnet full of stuff. Nice bar magnet there. I might keep the bar magnet and use that for hanging stuff for easy access. There's a nice big socket. And what are you? 3/4. Something tells me that most of you have done something like this yourselves, so I don't think you want to sit around and watch me separate sockets and Allen keys and whatnot here in this little bin. So why don't you check out these links that are popping up that are going to take you to more Shark Scrapper content. And the round one that's in the middle, that's to help you to subscribe to the Shark Scrapper channel so you don't miss a single episode. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you on the next one.